Hey y'all, it's Marshayla Monique. Welcome back to another coffee talk video. And I'm sure you're wondering, Marshayla, this video didn't start out with coffee. Well, guess what? I don't feel like making coffee today. So we're about to go to Starbucks. So come on. My skin's breaking out so bad. But whatever. I literally cannot make this video long. We have to go.
I've been traveling around the world.
Hi, did I get your room already?
No, not yet.
Alright, what can I get you?
Can I have one venti cold brew with 3 pumps of cinnamon dolce and 3 pumps of white mocha and an extra cream?
For sure, anything else for you?
Yes, can I have some bacon egg whites?
Anything else for you?
No, that's all.
Alright, the limited ingredients, yes, here.
All right, thank you. Did I sound really proper when I was talking? I gotta code switch sometimes, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you. And then did you want a straw for that?
Yes, please.
Alright, grab that.
Thank you.
Yep,
Have a good one.
Yes.
It was so nice. It's like everyone. I've never been to a Starbucks where they were like rude or anything like that. I just love Starbucks so much. But what we got today, as you probably heard me, we have a venti cold brew with extra cream, 3 white mocha, and 3 pumps of cinnamon dolce. This was one of my go-to drinks whenever I worked at Starbucks. Whenever I started my shift, and in between my shift, I'd probably have like 2 or 3 of these. Usually not ventis, grandes, because that's all we can sneak for free. But so good. All ice in my mouth. But we have to get home because today we're about to talk about relationships, okay, and dating in 2022. So I'll see y'all when I get home. All right, y'all, let's get into this. I took some notes because there's just so much to say. FYI, anytime I do coffee talks, I do take notes before, but I usually talk about something completely different. I just need something to like, I just need something to get my mind started, you know. But let's get into this because it's really tragic. So to start, my personal experiences with dating have not always been the best. I spent a lot of my early 20s, well, late teens, early 20s in a relationship, and that relationship taught me a lot. Great things about myself, bad things about myself, good things about people, bad things about people. But I was always just stuck in this one situation, and I thought that was it for me, and it wasn't, obviously. Whenever I first, and I've talked about relationships a lot on my channel. Whenever I first started YouTube, I was going through a breakup, and I don't know if a lot of y'all like actually realize that like I was in the midst of going through a breakup, in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of losing all of my jobs and my money. So yeah, get a load of that one. But when I first got out of my relationship, of course I had those feelings of, let me just go back because this person knows me the most. Like, I don't really know how to date. I don't really know how to talk to people. I don't know how to interact with the opposite sex. I just truly don't. So whenever I really did start like first putting myself out there, it was solely just through social media, and also it's a pandemic. So how am I going to meet people in person? I was just like, I just don't know what to do. And it just like started in the DM, casual things like that. But what I will say is like my best advice for anyone who's in it, honestly anyone, when it comes to dating, the best thing I can say is date them all. And I really feel like a lot of people call it like a hoe phase, but I call it an exploration phase. And with that, I mean like you can date different types of people. Like you have to explore to find out what you like, because of course all of us are like, well, I want someone like this, I want someone like this, but like you got to go put yourself out there, go on dates, like have an array of all these people, and what you could really do is pick this from this person, pick this from this person, and then pick that from that person about what you like. Like, you need to explore. And that doesn't mean that, okay, if you're dating 5 people, that doesn't mean that you're in relationships with them, like fully committed relationships. That doesn't mean that you're having sex with all of them. You do not have to be having sex with 5 people. By all means, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it, but it couldn't be me. But that's not what dating means. Now, people get it mixed up. There's talking, there's dating, and then there's a relationship / commitment or whatever. Whenever you're single and you're trying to find yourself and trying to figure out what you like, date them all, explore, have fun, go on trips, go on a million dates, go to the movies, go to dinner, take this offer, take that offer. That's the only way you're really going to find, and that's more so like a trial and error. Like, that's how you're really going to find what you really like. And me having that phase of like completely exploring, I was able to realize like, I really don't like a person like this, but I do like this certain trait from them. Or I really don't like a person like this, but I like this about them, or they showed me this, you know. And I also feel like in 2020, I was in a situationship, I guess you could say. And I realized from that person that they really weren't in my life for like a relationship. Like, a relationship was not going to come out of it. I realized that that person was there to show me how to love myself harder, and how to set different expectations from people, and how to be able to just like have fun and let go. And like, it also made me realize that like I wasn't just stuck with like my ex. Like, there was so much more out there, and I really didn't realize that. And that person showed me that. And I did end up getting attached to that person, but like obviously it failed for whatever, like for other reasons. But it was just like I needed that, because like I also had to realize that sometimes people, friendships, relationships, whatever, sometimes people are in your life for a season and not a direct reason, or they're in your life for a reason which you really can't pinpoint at the beginning, but eventually it will come, and like a lesson as well. And that's really just how I took it. And like, I wasn't hurt about the situation at all. I can still be cool with that person, I can still chop it up with that person, because it's no hard feelings. It wasn't like this big heartbreak. It was more so like a realization of like, oh, I needed this situation to happen so I can take these tools from it and go find someone else, you know what I mean? And I know that like in 2022, it seems like it's so hard to find like a solid person, but like, y'all, I promise they are out there. And with our dating world now, it's like we have social media, and like for me, I like the mystery of people, and I think that social media took away the mystery. Because I remember being a teenager, or being like in middle school and stuff, and like having like a boyfriend or whatever, and like there was social media, there was like MySpace and Facebook and stuff like that, but like we weren't updating our social medias as much as we do now. Like, you could go to someone's social media page and figure out everything about them, you know what I mean? Or you could go to their Facebook, find her mom's Facebook, and then her dad's and her uncle's Facebook, and find out everything about them. I really like the mystery of people, and I think social media took that away, because it's like we already know so much about people. So it's like when we go on dates, it's like, what do we talk about? Because I know everything about you from like your social media. So it makes it, sometimes it makes it difficult, I'd say, because I just like to like dig into like a person's soul. And I mean, I still do. And I don't know, I just miss and I have a situation where I still like wonder what this person is doing, because like they aren't a social media type of person. But it's like, I like being able to wonder what you're doing, and not like automatically knowing just by social media. And I'm glad that people around me aren't like that with me, because I update social media every 5 seconds. This is kind of what I do. But I don't know, it just like took that away. So it's like everything we need to know, we can already find out from their pages. And it's like we're already like, if you go to someone's page and they see they have a kid, you're probably automatically like, no, I'm done with them. Or you see them on see something on their page and no, I'm done with them. Like, I'm not even gonna give them a chance. But like, you never know, you know what I mean? Like, with social media being the center of all of our things, it's like we automatically make an unconscious decision, like, I'm just not gonna bang with this person because based off their social media, they're not the type of person I would like. But what if you sat down with them and they were just like the coolest person ever? So that, like, with that being said, it's like kind of like think outside of the box and don't just like judge people based off what you physically see from the jump. And it's like, I also feel like a lot of us get so wrapped up in like the cover of a person that we miss out on a lot of opportunities because we don't really get to dive into the book of a person, if that makes sense. That's like one of my favorite quotes that I think I made that up. But I also think that sometimes we get sometimes we get way too wrapped up in the cover of a person. Like, we're attracted to what we physically see, and then once we really get to know them, they're just like this person that we really don't like. That's why I feel like it's so important, like in your 20s, especially when we're trying to build a foundation for the rest of our life and like become parents and get married and all of those type of things. Like, you have to be asking these uncomfortable questions. And like, if you meet a person who isn't okay with that type of stuff, maybe it's like they're not on the same level as you, and that's okay. On to the next one, feel me? Like, but I feel like at the age I'm at, it's like I want to have these deeper conversations. I want to have these bigger questions on like, okay, like what type of parent do you want to be, or like, do you want to have kids, like financial stability, like where do you want to live, like those type of things. It's just like, I don't have time to waste anymore. I'm truly trying to set a foundation. I'm tired of dating around. I'm tired of getting to know people. I'm tired of asking what your favorite color is. I just don't want to do it. I just don't. So it's like, when you find a solid person and everything around like fits and it works, like hold on to them. And I will say, no relationship is perfect at all. There is no perfect relationship. There is no perfect person. And the harsh truth is, like, we're all gonna have to settle for something. I'm not saying fully settle for a list of things, but like, we're gonna have to settle for something. Everyone has flaws. I have flaws, like a lot of flaws, but like I'm working on them. But you also need to find a person who is well aware that you have flaws and is willing to work through those with you. And that just causes just like fireworks basically. But I mean, it's tough to find that. But I will say, my best advice for dating is date around, date multiple people. That doesn't mean that you have to have sex with all of them. Make a list of expectations for yourself. Make a list of expectations for relationships. Make a list of expectations that you want in a person and stand on that. So when you find a solid person, hold on to them, because it is rough out here. And I kind of blabbered, but I hope that y'all took something from this. But date around, have fun. If you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. Feel me? I ain't gonna judge you, girl. Do you? Okay, so the quote of the day is, the biggest lesson I learned this year is to not force anything. Conversations, friendships, relationships, attention, love. Anything forced is just not worth fighting for. Whatever flows, flows. Whatever crashes, crashes. It is what it is. And honestly, y'all, I personally just let things flow. It's like, I've been disappointed so many times where it's like, I'm kind of just literally just riding the wave of things. It's like, people are gonna come, people are gonna go, and I accept that. But I truly feel like when you find something good, hold on to it and just let that flow. And it kind of gave me anxiety when I felt like I found a good person, because I'm just like, let me not let this crash and burn. But you truly just have to let things just run its course. If it is meant to be, it'll be. And I'm also the type of person where I speak out loud. I'm just like, if this isn't supposed to be for me, get it out of here. If it is supposed to be for me, let it be here. And I have to believe that within my heart and myself, because I'm just the type of person where I automatically think a bad thing when something makes me feel good. I feel like I don't deserve it. So, I mean, with that being said, I truly, truly wish y'all the best of luck in dating. It is not easy. It is not, I mean, it's not easy, but it's fun exploring, getting to know different people. But make sure y'all protect yourselves, stay protected, and stay blessed, okay? And I hope y'all enjoyed this coffee talk. I hope y'all had a great week, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.